Hey, okay. Hi, my name is Taylor Bond. The style that I'm doing is to give myself like more of a wavy, natural texture. Can I just say I hate this? Do-it-yourself video on how I like to style my hair. I'm using the Hairstyle products. I don't know how to say this name.
Déshabillé.
Sorry. Okay. I brush out all my hair first so it's smooth and I can section easily. So I like to use 2 different size irons. So I don't know the sizes. Do you know these 2 sizes? I don't know, 3/4. I think this is a half. 3/4 and a half. I use a 3/4 inch iron and then a 1/2 inch iron. When I do the curls, I direct them down, leaving out the ends so that they look more natural when the styling is done. Don't leave it on for too long. And when you release the curl, tug it a little bit. It's gonna look ridiculously curly in the process. But at the end, when I use the undressed, it will fall and look very natural. You can also alternate in the size of your sections. They don't all have to be the same. The less perfect it looks, the better. So now I'm going to start alternating the irons between the 2 irons so you can see the difference in the curls. Oops. It's a lot different doing it in this little screen. So you notice I changed directions. Now switching back to the other iron. I like to get fairly close to the root because that also creates a lot of body. I also just realized I do not like that side of my face. I use a chopstick to section my hair when you're doing it yourself. You can use a large clip, but it's just easier for me. I got this idea working in LA before I moved to New York because everybody always wanted beachy hair and beachy texture. And at the time I didn't really know what I was doing. I was new and I would just curl all the hair in the same direction and spray a shit ton of spray in it and hope for the best. And honestly, I never quite got it while I was there. I never got the right hair until I actually came to New York and learned a lot more about curling and styling. But I still didn't have a product that did exactly what I wanted to do. They all seemed to weigh down the hair too much or add too much grit or like a product-y feel, so it didn't look natural. And then Hairstyle reached out to me and I started consulting with them and they let me try their product line and I decided to use it, experiment with it with this, and I was shocked at the end result, which was my hair had the exact texture that I was looking for when it came to just out of the beach. But honestly, didn't feel like I had anything in it and didn't look like I had anything in it, so it looked like I actually had this kind of hair, which I do not, which was awesome. Dreams do come true. It could happen to you. I'm also directing my curling iron down and letting the hair wrap around the iron so it doesn't get flat, which creates a kind of like S curl is what it's called. It just looks more natural than like a prom ringlet. I cut these really great sideburns, so I'm trying to leave them out until the end. Note to self, don't pull out your scissors at 3 a.m. when you haven't slept in 2 days. So for my little short hairs, I'm going to use the tiny tong, just because, so they have more length. See, it's starting to look like my worst nightmare hair, which is when you went to the salon when you were younger for homecoming and told them to curl your hair. They gave you a million ringlets and sprayed a pound of Aquanet in it, and then sent you on your way. And you had to live with those photos for the rest of your life. If you see spots that are too straight at the ends, you can go back in after and just make them look a little bit better. Doesn't matter if they're weird. The way that I do this is without technically a part, because what I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to flip it back and forth. So when I get to the top, I just do them in both directions. Trying to wear your hair with a center part, I would say to direct your curls in the direction that you want them to go in the end. Because I flip back and forth, I don't go with a specific direction. You can leave those ones in a little bit tighter because they're on the top and you want, or I prefer most of my body to be in this area of my head. I look like a Russian doll right now. I'm using the smaller iron because these hairs up here are a little bit shorter, and it also makes the curls a little bit tighter, which again makes more volume in that general area, I think. Again, curling away from the face around the hairline. Tends to open up the face when you're done styling. Okay, after going to the end, if you find any stray bits, just grab them, do the same thing. Because it's about to get fun. And this is what it should look like. If there's still heat in your curls, let them sit for a second until they are cool. And then, the way that I like to do this is I kind of shake my head around and shake out my curls, but you can kind of do it slower. I'll do it slower for you, and then I'll show you how I get it to look really natural. Shaking my head around lets the curls fall, I feel like lets the curls fall into place and look more natural than styling it perfectly. That's the head flip. It's getting there. Versus my hair before. 10 times better. Do like a flip. And then find where it falls naturally.